All right, guys, yay. All right, we're gonna get started. It's good to see everyone. I didn't even set up my mat yet. I should probably do that. All right. Well, we're gonna get started, I think, possibly, yes? All right. There we go. All right, so go ahead and stand with your feet together at the end of your mat. Was anybody sore from Friday? Yeah, it was good stuff. All right. Go ahead and just bring yourself into this moment. Just start breathing and rolling your shoulders. Good, and take a breath up. Good, and just gently twist to one side, not too far. Good, and we're gonna inhale up again. And then exhale to the other side. And inhale up center. And now leaning mountain to one side, either way. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose the other way. Inhale up again. Bend those knees, soft fold down onto your legs. Good, put your hands to the floor and walk back to downward dog. Go ahead and pedal those legs. Good. Take a breath and exhale, lift your left leg into three-leg dog. Look forward, step that left foot right between your hands and unhinge to high lunge. Good, just take a breath here, drop the shoulders into your back, and then exhale, twist to your left. Keep your shoulders over your hips. The temptation is to kind of lean forward, so keep that up. Good, and step back. Now take a breath and lift your right leg into three-leg dog. Push that left heel down. Take a breath. Look forward, step forward right. And unhinge. And turn to your right. Take a breath. And bring it to the floor. Step back, downward dog. And let the hands come into prayer. Spread out, or prayer, sorry, plank. Spread out those fingers, draw the elbows in. Push the shoulder blades down. Draw the belly button up toward the spine. Squeeze the legs. Inhale as you chaturanga. Exhale to up dog, or keep that lower if you need to. Push the hips back. Go ahead and widen out your knees toward the side of your mat. Exhale back into child's pose. Good, roll up onto your shins. And step forward with your left leg. Press the hips forward into kneeling lunge. Inhale up. Exhale up here, and then inhale as your hands come to the floor. Long spine. Exhale, pull the hips back. Inhale as you push forward again. Exhale, push those hips forward as you rise. Inhale as the hands go to the floor. Exhale, pull back. And slide forward and unhinge. Hands to the floor. Take that left leg behind you. Lift into a cat stretch. And down into cow. Back up into cat. Down into cow. Find that neutral spine. Walk up to the knees again and step forward with your right leg. Lift the heart to the ceiling. Drop the shoulder blades down. Find an inhale. Hands to the floor. Long spine here. Exhale. Pull back. Inhale forward. Keep those hips forward. And exhale up. Inhale down. Pull back. Inhale forward. And exhale up. And one more time. Good. Go ahead and just slide yourself forward. Lift into a lunge. And then step all the way in. Good. Now, just go ahead and lift into a standing extension. And then exhale and fold. Good. Bend your knees. Lift your gaze. Press through your feet. Good. Go ahead and come all the way up to mountain pose. Good job. All right. Take a breath. Feet together. On your exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades back. Sit the hips back. Find chair. Chest stays up. So if I'm wearing a necklace, my pendant is looking at the wall in front of me. I don't want to look toward the floor. Pull the core in. Beautiful. So you should feel like your tailbone is slightly tucked, almost like it's going to point to that space right behind your heels. It should not feel like it's sticking out to the back of your mat. Good. Now, take a breath and lift. Now step halfway back. Now you can leave your heel up or you can set it down. Put your weight into your front leg and sit here. So it's like I'm doing a baby lunge. So I'm just halfway back and I'm sitting back into my hips. It's like a single leg chair with a kickstand behind you. Good. Good. Now lift that and step all the way back and sink your lunge again. So now I'm in a regular high lunge. Still want to keep the weight in this leg. You are pressing through the back leg, but you should feel more pressure in this front leg. If you're not sure, think about pushing down through this heel. Good. Inhale and step in. Take a breath. Exhale to chair. Lift that up. Step halfway back with your left. Again, you can be flat-footed or on the ball of your foot. Sit back like you're going to put just your right cheek into a chair. So if you're pushing down with both feet here, you might feel this left quad here, this back leg. Lift that up, step all the way back, and sink into your lunge here. So we're kind of doing a low lunge here. We're going to move through this in just a minute. Good, and step up. Take a breath. Exhale, hinge and fold. Take a breath, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Good. Take your right foot back. Take a deep breath. Leave your right hand on the floor. Revolve your lunge. So you're going to your left. Good. Turn back toward your mat. Turn your back foot and cartwheel up to warrior two. So now, unlike a lunge, I should feel like my weight is centered here. I'm pushing through both feet. Good. Lift yourself up into reverse warrior. Straighten your legs. Kick that over into triangle. Breathe into this long space between your rib and your hip here on the top. Relax your shoulders down into your back pockets. Turn towards your mat. Let your back heel come up. Take your left foot up to three-leg dog. Pull your heel into your hamstring. Now start with your head. Look underneath your left arm. Then try to point your sternum that way, your belly button. Open your hips. Yes, and try to get the front of your left thigh pointing that way and your heel pointing behind you. Stay strong through both arms. Good. Reset your three-leg dog. And then you're going to kick that out. We'll split our up dog. Good. So I'm in an up dog position here. I've just got a little kickstand with my leg. So you've really got to relax into your hip flexors here. If you need to take this leg lower, take it lower. Good. Push yourself back. Take your right knee, that's the one that's on your mat, out toward the right side of your mat, and then push that left foot out. So center your body up and then push your hips back, splitting your child's pose. Good. Walk that center. Now leave your left foot out there. Walk over to your right. Line up your right hand in the same plane as your right knee. Lift your left foot and take a breath. Good. Reach back. Grab that left foot. So now you're trying to point your left knee exactly where your gaze and your sternum were just a little bit ago. Try to push your hip out of your heel. Good. Now, flex your left foot. Push it to the wall. Reach out. Now take a breath. Exhale and pull in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, pull in. Reach away. Exhale, pull in and away. Exhale in. Reach away. Exhale in. Reach away. Exhale in. Reach away. 2 more. Exhale in. Reach away. Exhale in. And reach away. Take this left foot and just swing it in front of you. Come to a kneeling lunge. Good. Bring your hands to the floor. Lift your lunge. Take a breath. Step halfway in. On your exhale, slide back into your hips and split your fold. Take a breath into standing extension. Feet come together. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees. Lift your gaze. Unhinge. Reset at the top here with a shoulder roll. Inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Take another breath. And exhale into chair. Good. Lift your chair. Step back halfway with your left foot. Now push into the front heel. Sit your hips back. Inhale and lift. Step all the way back. Exhale and sink. Inhale, step in. Exhale into chair. Inhale and lift. Exhale halfway back with your right leg and sink. Inhale and lift. Step all the way back with your right. Exhale, sink. Low lunge. Inhale, step in. Exhale, and all the way down to the floor. Take a breath, standing extension, and then exhale and fold. Take your left leg and step back. Good, find your breath, drop into the hip. Exhale, revolve your lunge. Come center, turn your back foot, and then spiral up to warrior two. Good, find that centering, pushing through both feet. Lock and load the core, drop the shoulder blades into your back pockets. And reverse warrior. Straighten that out. Over we go to triangle. And turn to the top of your mat. Take that right leg, the one in front, up to three-leg dog. Push that left heel down. Flex your right foot. Now take a breath. Draw your heel into your hamstring. Look to your right. Turn your sternum and your belly button to the right. Now try to turn that right thigh so it's looking to the right, but your heel is looking behind you. Reset your three-leg dog. And bring that right leg forward. Drop into your hips. And split your up dog. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. And push back. Take that left foot out towards the left side of your mat. Drop your right foot out to the side. Sit back in your hips. Split your child's pose. Walk yourself up. Good. Leave your right foot out there. Walk over to your left and line up your left hand right under your shoulder and in line with your left leg, left knee. Good. Reach up, take a breath. Reach down, right hand grabs that right foot. Point that right foot right where your heel was earlier. Push your hip out of your heel. Good. Now flex your right foot, push it away. Reach overhead. Take a big breath. Exhale, pull in. Inhale away. Think about driving the rib cage into the hips. And away. Inhale out here and exhale in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. In. Out. In. Out. You have two more. In. Out. And in. And out. Swing that right foot around and ease it forward right into a kneeling lunge. Ah. Hands to the floor. Go ahead and lift your lunge. Step halfway in. And split your fold. Inhale into standing extension. And then exhale and fold. Bend your knees and lift your gaze. Roll your shoulders. Good. All right. Now we're going to repeat that lunging part, but we're going to repeat the side. We're going to go a little bit faster. So I don't care where your hands go. If you want them up, out to the side, in, on your hips, whatever you want to do. All right. I'm going to keep mine at my heart center. So take a breath, bring it center. All right. Inhale, exhale into chair. Now lift that up, right leg halfway back and sink. So it's like a single leg squat. Lift that back up all the way back and sink. Now listen, go halfway again and sink. Back to chair. Good. Now we're going to do the same side, halfway back right. All the way back right. halfway in left or right, all the way chair. Halfway, right, all the way back with your right, halfway in with your right, and sink it into chair. Ooh, you should be feeling that. Halfway right, all the way right, halfway right, and all the way chair. Big breath. Now take that right leg halfway back and split your fold. That left glute should be thanking you right now. You can stay here in your split leg fold. Optional next move is to go up into standing split. You do not have to. Bring your foot back into fold. And now take your right foot, step back, turn your right foot, come up to warrior two. Good, lift into sun warrior. And now take your left foot as you inhale and turn down the right side of your mat. Take a breath and exhale into wide-legged fold. Good, walk to the top of your mat. Drop your knee. Good, now, notice I'm in this forward position. Yeah, so what I want you to do is extend your leg and lift your toes. So this is not a lunge. This is half monkey. So I'm pushing forward into my hips and I'm trying to reach with my heel. If you need balance, put both hands on the floor, but notice I'm not rounding here. I'm staying very long. And then of course, if you can come down into a full monkey or a split, do that. And your goal is to lift your posture just like this. Good. And of course, if you're up here, if that's giving you the stretch you need today, that's fine. Good. Take your left foot, bring it back behind you. Put your hands right under your shoulders, tuck your feet, and lift into plank. Chaturanga up dog. Tuck your feet and go back to downward dog. Good, now step forward with your left foot. And listen, take your right foot and step it up, but cross it behind your left. Unhinge, you gotta squeeze your legs there. Inhale up with your right hand, and you're gonna lean to your left. Inhale, come to mountain. Exhale into prayer. Take a breath. And sit into chair. Again, I don't care what you do with your arms. Focus on your balance. Focus on your focus. Good, lift that halfway back with your left. Sink into the center. Push into your right heel. Lift that up all the way back with your left and lunge. Halfway in, sink. Inhale, step in. Exhale to chair. Inhale, halfway. Exhale back. Inhale all the way. Exhale and sink. Inhale, step in halfway. Exhale and sink. Inhale, step up. And you've got chair. Inhale and lift, step halfway back left and sink. Inhale and lift, step all the way back, sink again. Inhale, step halfway up, sink. And we step all the way up and chair. You have one more. Hopefully your right glute is talking to you, saying thank you so much. Halfway back, lift all the way back and sink. Lift halfway in, sink. Step all the way in and chair. Step or lift all the way up, step halfway back with your left and split your fold. Good, you can stay here in this split fold or lift that left leg into standing split. Step all the way back with your left leg and spiral up to warrior two. And reverse warrior. Feel that back hip flexor open up. You're going to need it in a second, right? Take a big breath. Turn down the left side of your mat. Exhale, hinge and fold. Walk toward the top of your mat. Drop your left knee. Good. So now I'm straightening my right leg. I'm in half monkey here. You can stay right here. Good. So your foot is up in the front here, or you start to push the hips forward, working your way into whatever monkey you can. Good. Try to keep your shoulders out of your ears. It's easy to kind of squinch up. Breathe, relax, relax, relax. Good. And step that right leg back. You're in your tabletop. Tuck your feet. Lift to your downward dog. Step up with your right foot. And then halfway with, or not halfway, I'm sorry, behind with your left leg, crossed behind that right foot. And then unhinge. Squeeze for your balance. Take a deep breath up with your left arm. And we're leaning to the right. Inhale and come to mountain. Take a breath. And exhale into heart center. Good, inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale into standing extension. And then exhale and fold. Walk back to your downward dog. And find your plank. And go ahead and drop your knees for a second. I want to show you this move first. So you can just stay here in tabletop, or you can come up to your knees, whatever you'd like to do. So we're just going to do this little planking core move, and there's a lot of options. So level 1, I'm going to be in a full plank, and I'm going to open to the side. Now just watch. I'm going to come all the way. Sorry, we're not going to be here. We're going to come down to our elbows. There we go. Then I'm going to spiral all the way through. And as I come through, I'm setting my left arm down and turning to the other side. And then I spiral back to the other side. And the option is you put your knees down. All right. So go ahead and come back forward into plank. Good. Now drop to your elbows. So we're in this plank hover here, elbow plank. Now take a breath and rotate to your left. So you're on your right side. Left arm is up. Big breath. Now don't let your belly touch the floor. Just come through, turn, and lift. Side elbow plank on the other side. Inhale here. Come through and go the other way. Take a breath and come through again. So you got to have really strong legs here. Big core move. One more time, switching. Come back to the center and drop that down. Good. Reach out in front of you. Take a big breath. Exhale, lift into bow here. So arms and legs up. Pull the belly button off the floor. Control your breathing. Bring those hands beside you. Relax your legs. Take a breath and exhale up into up dog or cobra. I'm in a cobra here. My elbows are bent. Exhale back to child's pose. And come forward. We're going to do it all again because I love you. Elbows down. Now you can do this one on your knees if you want to. Go ahead and lift into your elbow plank. We're going to start it this time by turning to your right. So go ahead. Now you're on your left shoulder. And here we go. Inhale, spiral around, go slow, and come up. Give yourself the best opportunity. Go slow as you need to. Spiral through and switch. Spiral through and switch. Taking my breath with me every time. Spiral through and switch. Spiral through and switch. And go back to your elbow plank. Lower it all down. Reach forward. Take a breath. Exhale up into your boat. Hands by your side. Relax your legs. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back and lift into your cobra. Push the hips back. Knees go toward the sides of your mat. Exhale back into a child's pose. Good, and from here, you're just going to go to a downward dog. You can walk that out if you want to. And it's time for some pigeon. Take your right leg underneath you. Now, after those half single leg squats and lunges, this should feel really good in your hips. So either come down to that right hip or stay up so you can square off the hips and shoulders, but make sure you flex your right foot underneath, either way. Take a breath, reach the spine as far as you can beyond that knee. So we're not thinking round, we're thinking long. Think of the lengthening rather than folding. Keep your back foot active, it is pushing down. Good, walk yourself up from here. And if you're not already on your right hip, go ahead and get there. Just relax your legs. So I'm making this letter Z here. I'm gonna open up my shoulders. Good, now if I'm here, I'm actually pushing this knee down. So I feel this lengthening in my hip flexor. You can stay right here. That feels good, that's where I want you. Where I don't want you is here, where you're kind of scrunching up through your shoulders. Yeah, keep that tall and proud. If you want to go into full recline, I will not push my knee down. It's going to come up, and I just let gravity do what it's going to do. To come out of this, roll to your right side, hands to the floor, and just make your way back to downward dog. When you're ready, you're taking your left foot down, or left leg down, and just notice where this side might be different. You do not have to do the same thing. The only thing that has to be the same is you're pushing back with your back leg and you're flexing that front foot. Lengthen the body. Walk that up. And if you're not already on your left hip, go ahead and get there. Relax your legs now. You should be in the letter S. Open that up. Good. Lift the collarbones. Push the shoulders down. Push that knee down. Good. You can stay right here, or you relax the leg and go into full recline. It's up to you. And roll to your left shoulder to come up. And from here, we're just going to have a seat. Take your legs out in front of you. Walk your feet toward the back of your mat. Take a deep breath. Good. So I want you to start in heart center. Take a breath. Now we're going to twist. I don't want you to hinge forward. So I want you to put your right hand on the outside of your right knee. Yes. And so just this really, really tall posture here. Good. Now, if this feels good, then you take a breath. Sit up a little bit taller. Feel the sit bones hit the floor, and then reach for your left foot. You're welcome to stay at your knee. Good. Release that. Sit up tall. And now we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the left leg. Find this super tall posture here in this twist. And then on an exhale, reach forward if you like. Release that. Come back to center. Inhale up. Walk your hips back just a little further. And then reach forward into a forward fold. Don't worry about where you reach. It's more about where your rib cage is going. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. Try not to tuck your chin. Just keep your head in line with your spine. Good, walk that up. And now take your feet out wide. Good, so if your pelvis naturally leans posteriorly, you're gonna feel like your pubic bone is going up towards your belly button. So if that's the case, lift yourself and push your pubic bone down toward the floor. Good, and then when we press forward, stay here if you need to. You can go pretty far with that. If you can keep your pubic bone facing the floor, then you can come with the hands forward. I want you to focus today not on where you reach or how far your heart goes. Focus on keeping your toes pointed to the ceiling and pressing your legs into the floor. We've done a lot of hamstring today. And walk that up. Grab a hold of both legs. Roll yourself back. Keep your head off the floor. Just get really rounded here. You can roll yourself back and forth if you'd like to. Good. Now I just want you to place your feet on the floor. Let your arms come over your head. Take some deep breaths. And then find an exhale where you can root the feet into the floor. Maybe drop the hands underneath you. Lift into a bridge. Release that down. Give your legs another hug. And we're going to inhale and drop our knees over to one side. And then exhale, open up to the opposite direction. And take your time. We're going to go the other way. Bring yourself center. Drop your feet. Let your knees fall together. Let yourself relax here into maybe just an arrival rest pose. So just a pose you can just sort of get your body, get your mind prepared. You can stay here, or if you wish to drop that out into another rest pose, you can. This is truly one of the most important poses you can do. Really taking a moment to reset. Notice your breath slowing down. Let your legs become heavy. Notice your jaw relaxing. Begin to feel your body in contact with the floor. And just when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, roll to one side and join me seated. Bring the hands to heart center and just take a deep breath. Exhale, push the room away. Roll your shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale to prayer. That's a great way to start a Monday. God bless you guys. Namaste. I'll see you Wednesday at 9:30. Have a great week. Awesome job, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Miss Kelly. God bless you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
What time are you leaving?
What time am I leaving?
Yeah.
You mean on Friday?
Yeah.
Like 10 a.m. So we'll do yoga first at early.
Yeah. I might not be there because I'm getting up at like 3 in the morning, getting everything ready, then like leaving.
I understand. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.